Okay, now let's try it again. Let's try now. Let's see. Let me refresh my YouTube and then I'll see. This is why I decided to check. Should have done it just a minute before, like more than a minute before. Okay, sweet. Let me delete these. All right. All right, let me stop hearing myself again over and over again because that would be annoying. Let me delete these previous ones. Um, yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. Hopefully it doesn't lag again. Um, let's see. I don't know if I should there. Okay. Here. Clearly, I haven't streamed in a while. Actually, no. Even if I had streamed like every single day, I'm pretty sure this was always happen. Um, but yeah, we're doing some Rain World today. If you haven't been, honestly, I don't blame you if you haven't heard of it lately. It is not a trendy one. It was just like trending one time with a as an indie title, uh, and even then, it was like when it was released or something, it was like not doing too good until like lately. Summary: this is not for algorithm's sake. This is just for my sake. I just want to progress the story because it honestly sounds cool. I've been watching a few of these videos. I'm going to react to one of them, and yeah, we're just gonna have a fun time. Um, oh right, it's YouTube, so I could say my line. Make sure to subscribe, turn on your bell, and narratives, go on and join the Survivors. I'm not gonna have webcam on because my place is a mess. So I hope you enjoy my lamp VTuber or something. Even though I'm pretty sure it's gonna be chat um in a little bit. But yes. All right, it's been 2 minutes. I think we should start already. So I already have Steam open. I'm going to open Rain World up once we're finished with the video. We're going to do the reaction first. And yeah, how's everyone been doing? Um, not sure if I'm going to get a response actually. So let's begin. Let's begin. I'm just remembering that this is like the most free form kind of content I've done in a while. I do also. Oh yeah. Also, I do plan on doing a Minecraft stream on Have an SMP. Yes, I called it Arius on my like my advertisement for the server. That's because like not even like 1 or 2 days later, we renamed the whole thing back to Have 'em, and now I just look like a dum dum for calling it that and not doing a single stream on it. I I've been seeing it doing a lot, like having a lot of progress in there, so I really want to check in on that. But yeah, finally, it's actually doing some good progress, and thankfully, I don't have to feel about the stress about it, and I could just worry about shorts and other videos because yeah, I felt like so proud when I got 16 views yesterday on my longer form video on on YouTube on my channel with the potato update. All right. Anyways, I'm also I'm also going to be doing some D&D tonight, so I am may or may not be trying to reserve some energy, but obviously the first hour is probably going to be the most energetic I'll be anytime, so yeah. All right. I think that's all the announcements. Let's just go into it. I already had the whoop. Good. Okay. I had a mini heart attack because I was showing this. Okay. I could have stopped. I'm going to stop looking at that. Ooh. Wait. Is it actually showing my? Is it showing YouTube right now? Yes. Okay, it's showing YouTube. It's just very delayed. It's just very delayed for me. I don't know why I decided. Like I just had like some fireflight there. All right. We're going to be reacting to this Curious Archives, the most complex ecosystem in any game. I made sure to put the link in the description of the stream so you could check it out. I also like mentioned the like at the channel in case you can't click on the link. I really like this was truly the video that got me like not begging but like wanting to play this game. Like I had it on my wish list as soon as I got Steam. But yeah, I just want you to like watch the same thing I'll be. Hopefully, the chat box isn't in the way of the whole thing. But yeah, let's begin. I'm going to lower it down for my sake. I'll put it at the middle.
If I were to tell you Rain World has the most complex ecosystem of any game, you might go, what? Because Rain World doesn't seem particularly advanced. It's a 2D pixel art game where you play as a weird slug. How complicated?
Oh, by the way, I've been playing this like I've been playing this for like like since I think I have like 10 hours on the gameplay. I'll show my my Steam hours for it, but yeah, it's an amazing game and I've only gone through like 2 segments of the whole game. It's it like I've been just like casually playing it because I want to do the story on stream. Um I haven't gone too far, but yeah. Yeah. Uh Also this is a refresher for myself, by the way, because I've been struggling with some of the intelligent creatures and like what to do exactly. This is not like a tutorial or anything. This is like this guy kind of does like a National Geographic style kind of commentary. And I've been watching his other videos. They are pretty cool. Like he like goes through like fictional like speculative biology and like yeah, video game ecosystems like this. He even did one for like I guess like Breath of the Wild, but it wasn't like all about it. But yeah, he does like a lot of stuff. He's amazing. You should check him out. It's kicking in. But yeah, we're only like 21 seconds in.
Could its world really be? While there are other games with fancier graphics and denser lore, Rainworld's unique system of procedurally generated animation and complex AI come together to simulate the feeling of a living ecosystem better than almost any other game I've played. So, for this entry into the archive, we'll uncover the fascinating intricacies of Rainworld's pixelated biosphere.
I have not seen a single bit of this, and I'm already hyping myself up again. Like,
Now, let's become part of this virtual food chain.
the water, especially. I have not like I've seen like puddles of it. There is way more, as you could see. Uh,
Rainworld begins with a cutscene showing a family of weasel-like creatures called slug cats struggling to survive. A storm breaks out, and a young slug cat, the protagonist, falls into the drains below and awakens in a new and unknown environment.
That's rough, buddy.
The game then quite literally drops you into the ecosystem. It's disorienting at first, but pretty quickly you learn how to live like a slug cat. In this world, you are small but crafty, able to catch and feed on small creatures like the fluttering batfly.
This is pretty much my whole gameplay. I just been like trying to like spawn camp these like nests of like bats. Because like again, like I like not progressing in the story like forcibly like had me like do this whole stuff. I've been like a creature the whole time. I'm still going to like take my time with it because I know that's how you should play it. But you know, there are some parts that'll probably speed just a little bit through. And yeah.
But from your first steps, the animation feels different. And that's because it is. Like most of the creatures you'll meet in Rain World, the slug cat is procedurally animated.
This is my favorite part about it, by the way. Of the whole thing. I'll let him explain the whole like it's interesting. It's interesting.
Its animation is determined in real time through code interacting with the game's environment.
Pausing.
Since the dawn of animation, pretty much the only way to get a creature to move has been to hand animate it moving frame by frame. But in Rain World, a creature's motion happens organically within a set of predetermined parameters, creating movement that feels uncannily spontaneous. One mind-blowing example of Rain World's complexity are the lizards. These enemies move with precision.
Actually, let me raise the. I know this is a pixel place, but like, I should really just put it at 720 at least. I'm not gonna put it at 1080 just because I don't want to crash the stream. Also, hello, are you still there? But yeah.
Procedural animation just like the slug cat, able to run across flat ground, crawl through tunnels, and climb up poles. But they take this to another level with their AI. When one lizard catches you, it will try to drag you back to its den. But if another lizard passes by, its AI will cause it to try and snatch you for itself, which can give you a dynamic opportunity to escape. But that's just scratching the surface of lizard complexity.
It is so hard to
Each
do that,
lizard
by the
also
way.
has their own simulated personality based on 6 unique modifiers that determine how they interact with each other. And on top of that, there are 9 different types of lizards in this game, all with their own distinctive abilities and behaviors. For example, yellow lizards have long antennae that allow them to communicate with each other, meaning
I have not seen these, but yeah, there's a hive mind. There's like a hive mind lizard. Like I have been struggling with the ones that just like fight each other. Like oh.
their AIs work together to surround the slug cat or cut them off using the terrain. White lizards can camouflage with whatever pixels are behind them in their environment.
Those are so cool, and they have been like getting me a lot.
So they hunt by staying completely still until the slug cat gets close, then lash out and try to pull the slug cat in with their long tongues. Cyan lizards can use bursts of energy to pull off incredible jumps that, when paired with their AI, leads to some of the most hilariously unpredictable movement patterns I've ever seen in a video game. And there's another hidden...
Again, because of the procedural generation, they are way too random. They just hop. They're gonna hop and skip. I have not experienced those either. He is talking about all those that I have not seen. I am donezo in this game. Oh gosh.
System that can go completely unnoticed by the majority of players. If you consistently feed a lizard their preferred food, they will eventually become your ally and start.
What is their preferred food then?
Hidden system that can go completely.
This is one of the parts that I want to know, because like these have been bothering me with so much. I know there's a taming sense
Unnoticed by the majority of players. If you consistently feed a lizard their preferred food, they will
So I feed them like the bats then?
eventually become your ally and start following you around, and will even get into fights with other lizards that try to eat
Because
you.
yeah, like this
It's
is
a
cool. This is
surprisingly
cool.
detailed system that shows just how meticulous Rainworld is when it comes to its ecosystem. In the next region of the game, far larger predators called vultures sometimes swoop in from above on nightmarish wings.
I've been purposely trying to have like boss fights with this thing because like I could summon it with like a weird like grub, and like it does like a whole like homing beacon thing. It is way too tough. I just been trying to get his like. Actually, I should not. Uh, I've been trying to get its mask. He's gonna say that that's a useful item, but yeah, it's hard to like actually get him down. Like, uh, yeah.
Vultures will also climb after the player and squeeze through gaps, their procedural animation particularly uncanny. While vultures are
Yeah.
intimidating, as scavengers, they can be scared off if you stand your ground and throw spears at them, which will sometimes cause them to drop their masks, seemingly implying these predators aren't entirely organic.
You gotta actually. I'm going like. I don't know if I should show you like my current like playthrough, like my silent playthrough, but yeah, like they have like even like this whole like theme like sound to them as well. He's not playing it right now because you know he wants to keep the narration going like this, but it is it is weird and it's creepy. Like the sound design is all are also like very cool in the whole thing.
If you hold a vulture's mask in front of you, most creatures will run from the player's slugcat, instinctually scared off by your resemblance to a top predator. Giant orange centipedes also lurk in the recesses of this ruined landscape. If one catches you, they'll emit a lethal electric shock. Like clockwork, the centipedes move with a general sense of
There could be more of them. Okay, of course. I've only fought one before and immediately lost. Of course, there had to be multiple.
coordination. Indeed, much of Rainworld's
I've been
ecosystem
playing on baby
follows a
mode,
similar
haven't I?
pattern, with the titular rain that comes every so often marking the end of each cycle. When the rain falls, all life forms must hibernate or drown in the downpour. Soon, the player settles into these cycles and feels like a small part of a larger biosphere. Following the dripping pipes deeper underground, the slugcat plummets into a kingdom of waterlogged tunnels known as the drainage system. Swarms of leeches writhe in these half-flooded chambers.
So that's
When the
the
slugcat
third
is
part.
close,
Okay.
the leech's AI causes them to go into a frenzy, following the slugcat's movements and waiting for the chance to latch on. If the slugcat slips, their best chance of survival is getting back above the water and shaking them off. For unlike the leeches of today, these bloodsuckers aren't just parasitic, they're predatory. Leech swarms coordinate to drag prey down into the depths, drowning whatever unfortunate creature they can latch onto.
Like a whole encyclopedia for me because this is going to be like the third part, I guess. And oh boy, I'm going to struggle. Because water swimming in this game is like very tough, and jumping is I'm okay with jumping. It's just not my best at it.
Yet
It's weird to
one
say that,
species
but yeah.
uses this to their advantage. Squid catas are cuttlefish-like creatures that flutter along on 4 small wings. To feed, squid catas have learned to fish for leeches by diving into the water and letting one latch on. The squid cata then flies off with the careless parasite, feeding on them a safe distance away. It's a remarkably dynamic behavior, and one you can go the whole game without seeing if you move too quickly. The drainage system eventually washes into the garbage wastes, an entire ecosystem of decaying junk. Yet there is life here in the form of the inquisitive garbage worms. These long, stretchy creatures are something of a nuisance, with their curious nature causing...
Yeah, I'm just looking at their design and how I know the animation. And oh my god. There's just gonna be so. Sorry. Yeah, these are gonna be the most annoying thing possible. I might rage quit from this.
causing them to steal spears from the slugcat when given the opportunity, often snatching them directly from the slugcat's hand. When no spears are in reach,
Wait.
often snatching them directly from the slugcat
That was a vulture. That was a vulture's. Oh,
hand. When
that was
no
a vulture
spears are in
shadow.
reach, garbage worms will stick their
Okay.
heads into the grime and start sucking up matter, suggesting that they feed on inorganic material. While normally passive, make a garbage worm angry and they will go on the attack, flinging the slugcat
Oh
around
boy.
with their heads or even holding the unlucky creature underwater in an attempt to drown them. Groups of garbage worms will even coordinate their attacks.
Okay, so don't
their
aggro
eyes
them.
turning red
Don't-
to indicate their hostility.
Don't make them
In the
angry.
murkiest
Got
depths
it.
of the garbage wastes, a true nightmare stirs. Hauling themselves
Oh,
up from the
boy.
depths, the menacing brother Longlegs probes for their next meal. Though made of a large bulbous mass with several ravenous tentacles extending from their core, the brother Longlegs are flexible enough to squeeze through tunnels. Unable to hear
They
or
can
see,
squeeze through-
they rely entirely on touch to find prey. And when a brother
Okay, at least they're blind, but oh my gosh. They. This is the one I do for saving it. Okay. Yeah. Now knowing the game, I know how much I'm gonna struggle in the story. Oh gosh.
their long legs latches on, they refuse to let go, eventually wearing the creature out and drawing them into an unseen mouth. Where these monsters came from is a mystery that can only be solved by venturing deeper into this hostile environment. The garbage wastes empty into the floodwaters of the shoreline. Here, a drowned empire of crumbling monoliths greets the slugcat. It's impressive the sense of melancholy the pixels on screen can produce.
Yeah.
Blue leeches swim in these waters, a coastal variant that is larger and more aggressive than their red counterparts,
Oof.
able to pull the slugcat under in seconds. If you manage to
Okay.
avoid the leeches, there's plenty of other dangers here. Even the plants of the shoreline are carnivorous, with the terrifying monster kelp ready to swallow you
Okay, just jump away from that, I guess. But oh gosh, those are gonna be obstacles.
whole if you get too close. Sensitive to movement, monster kelp is difficult to sneak past.
Yeah.
In pursuing the slugcat, these plants will twist and contort in unexpected ways, and feel particularly alive due to their adaptable behavior.
Yeah, they look
Behind
like
the scenes
centipedes.
of the monster kelp's AI, each strand of kelp moves in accordance with the slugcat's position instead of following a predetermined path. When paired with the game's physics system, the monster kelp feels truly unpredictable. And killer plants aren't the only threat below the waves. Packs of giant salamanders pursue the slugcat with lethal determination. Able
Oh, those are
to hunt on the land
salamanders.
as well, these
Oh, hey, they look like axolotls. Oh, is that a flood reference? Don't worry, I won't be making that joke on stream again. Okay.
amphibious predators share the long tongues of lizards and seem to be a related species. The only defense the slugcat has is to swim with all their might. For a quick boost of speed, the slugcat can catch a ride by grabbing onto a jetfish.
Jet fist. Jet fist. Wait, what? Why did I say that? I think that's a Skylander. Oh well. A jetfish. I'm trying to remember that just for later when I go to the water levels because there's a lot of water levels apparently.
These fast-moving aquatic lifeforms expel jets of liquid to create large amounts of momentum, which can be used to rocket out of the water. On land, jetfish aren't always the most graceful, but in the depths, they make exploring much easier. Yet dive too deep and you'll find monsters. Leviathans are among Rainworld's largest and deadliest predators, able to outpace and swallow a slugcat in just a few seconds with their powerful, clamping jaws, seemingly a mixture of metal and organic
Those are moray eels. I'm like
parts,
Uh,
Leviathans are the first
I've been
definitive
scared by
proof
those.
that not all life in Rain World is naturally occurring.
Ordinary dish soap.
All right, Dawn Soap. I guess you got a sponsor thing because I do not have free
Old Spice shampoo.
premium. Oh, hey, Old Spice. Of course. Of course. I'm just going to mute that.
The beings
All
who
right.
made the now ruined structures of Rain World, a
Mid-roll,
mysterious
thank
group
you.
called the Ancients, seem to have disappeared long ago. Yet there is another intelligent species that has learned to pick through their remains, the Scavengers. These early tool crafters might have the most impressive AI across all of Rain World. Scavenger behavior is insanely...
This is the main reason why I wanted to watch this, because they are way too intelligent that I need to get some, like, I need to get some insight. I have interacted with them before. Like, they show up also in, like, the first the second, not cycle, the second story part. So I just want to, I'm gonna back that up because I did not pay attention. These I had to pay attention to because they are way too human for me to handle. I cannot, like, I keep on like accidentally aggroing them because I do not know what to do. So yeah.
This group called the Ancients seem to have disappeared long ago. Yet there is another intelligent species that has learned to pick through their remains, the Scavengers. These early tool crafters might have the most impressive AI across all of Rain World. Scavenger behavior is insanely complex, not just in terms of how they interact with each other, but in terms of how they interact with you. Though it's easy to miss, Scavengers attempt to communicate with your players.
Yo, Baldur's Gate stream when? Just kidding. Have fun with the stream. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, I'll still do a Baldur's Gate stream eventually. Just probably not this week or something. Like, it'll probably be on summer or something, since I plan on doing like a have them stream as well and stuff like that. 1 week is not that much time, so yeah. Anyways,
Slugcat through a litany of distinct gestures. If they think that with you,
let me just keep on
though it's
studying.
easy to miss, Scavengers attempt to communicate with your player's Slugcat through a litany of distinct gestures. If they think the Slugcat is a threat, they'll point their spears at them. If you
Okay, if they think they're a threat, they point spears.
move closer, they'll try and send a warning by raising their spears up. If you persist,
Okay, if they keep on going forward, they keep on doing that. It's Slugcat game. You could enjoy your cat slug game. It's Slugcat, but still, yes. Whatever it's called. Yeah, thank you. I'm just watching the video that got me into it, so yeah.
they won't hesitate to stick you full of by raising their spears up. If you persist, they won't hesitate to stick you full of spears. But if you play it cool, they'll do the same. All scavenger behaviors work on a reputation system, where they remember the player's actions and respond accordingly. For example, sometimes you'll come across places called tolls, where scavengers won't let you pass unless you trade them something interesting, and they even have a custom animation to let you know.
So, shiny things. Okay. This is what I have. Like, it's like a little pearl thing. I knew it was important. I definitely need to bring those out a little bit more often. Sorry, I'm just texting a group chat. Actually, Actually, I'll text it later. I'm just looking at the messages for now.
know you haven't paid yet. But if you do trade something valuable like a pearl, they'll sort of wave you through.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it was, sorry, viewer retention. No.
But
All right.
if you do trade something valuable like a pearl, they'll sort of wave you through,
They're pearls. Got it. Okay.
letting you know you're good. Trading gets more complicated with merchants, specific scavengers that can offer you unique technology. When a scavenger wants
Oh, okay. So these merchants are impressive then.
a
Okay.
specific item, they'll kind of paw at the ground or reach out to the item to let the slug cat know they'd like it. And if you do give them the item, they'll drop something in return, like a lantern you can use to light your way through the dark, or these blue orbs called flashbangs that release a disorienting burst to blind enemies. But
Epilepsy warning. Sorry. Oh gosh. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of like intense sounds and flashing lights in this game, by the way. So be prepared to be to be disorientated by this stream. This is very visually appealing though, so there's that. Alright.
if you take something from a merchant without offering anything in return, they'll go on the offensive. And scavengers won't just mindlessly
Yeah, so they're just going, they're trying to jump you. They'll try to jump you. This is why I'm trying to research this whole thing, because I do not want to get jumped by some by by an intelligent species while I am technically an intelligent species, but I just simply cannot talk or communicate in any specific way.
chase after the slug cat and then give up. If your reputation gets low enough, they will actively seek the player out, even sending hit squads to the slug cat's general location.
Jeez, I'm going to be John Wick if I mess up.
It all comes together to create encounters that, at their best, feel like you're interacting with something truly intelligent. With a scavenger lantern in hand, the slug cat explores the dark, decrepit wreckage of the Shaded Citadel, another ruin the ancients left behind. Within the forgotten lower pathways, there's no telling what awaits. The monstrous wolf spiders scurry through the dark. Like most species in the Shaded Citadel, these spiders react dynamically to...
Hopefully this doesn't trigger anyone's, like, arachnophobia. I mean, they barely even look like spiders in the first place, but I think they could even be creepier. I don't know, like, what triggers certain people's arachnophobia. I should probably
light
continue
sources,
it, just in
and will
case.
generally avoid your lantern, but given time,
Oh, they hate light.
hunger overcomes fear. And where there is one
never
wolf
mind.
spider, there are invariably others. Best to keep your lantern close. But not all the creatures in the Citadel are quite so horrifying. Lantern mice are passive, bioluminescent rodents that hang from the ceiling with their long...
These are definitely marketable plushies somewhere. Like, in some universe, these are marketable plushies. Like, give me some. Oh my gosh, they're like they have like night lights or something, and yeah, they'll be coming along with the slug cat plushie at the same time.
long tails. In these shadowy caverns, they are a welcome source of light. Lantern mice are notably skittish and will run in a panic from the slug cat if they get too close.
Keep my distance. Got it. Okay.
And lantern mice have good reason to be nervous. Skittering
Yeah.
their countless legs are the aggressive coelecipedes. When they go on the attack,
Also, that guy was trying to go into shelter. Oh gosh.
these disturbing predators resemble giant centipedes. Yet in actuality, they are made up of numerous spiders that procedurally combine into a chain when on the attack. Because each spider is an independent enemy AI, getting swarmed
I'm not sure if I'm going to get this far into it because I do get, again, sleepiness and stuff. But
feels all the more overwhelming. The best way to defeat the coelecipedes is with the bright light of a flashbang,
oh,
which stops the scuttling terrors in their tracks.
Okay.
Eventually, the shaded citadel gives way to the bleak memory crypts. Patrolling this region like nightmarish sentries or the shadowy Miros birds. They're difficult to spot in the
Okay.
darkness. These
Anyone have some sleep paralysis demons? Because I think I found them. Right here. Oh gosh.
creatures seem to be biomechanical, with metallic legs and scissor-like beaks. Flashbangs are the only effective deterrent, with the bright light causing their eyes to flash different colors, allowing the slugcat to sneak past. Eventually, you arrive at the underside of a massive structure engulfed in a green electrical storm. Entering the structure, the slugcat finds many rooms lack gravity due to localized disruptors. These zero-gravity rooms can be
Interesting.
challenging to move through, but the more you see, the more the entire superstructure comes to
We are going through the straight up Matrix. Okay, if you have not been paying attention, we are definitely going into the Matrix if far enough in. Like, seriously, we're in a simulation right here.
resemble a giant computer. And at the heart of the supercomputer, a godlike artificial intelligence is waiting.
Yep.
This synthetic life form is another creation of the ancients and possesses the peculiar name of Five Pebbles. Using their incredible power, Five Pebbles alters the slugcat's brain, allowing them to understand the ancients' language. Five Pebbles dispassionately tells the slugcat that a form of ascension is waiting for them if they keep heading west, before turning the gravity back on and sending you away.
Interesting. So I'm gonna send. Alright.
Five Pebbles isn't the only one of these AIs, called iterators, that the ancients created. In a forgotten corner of the shoreline, the unusually named Looks to the Moon wastes away. If you speak to her, she'll explain that AI cannot ascend in the way the ancients or the slugcat can, a limitation that has driven the iterators that still function to despair.
Darn.
As the slugcat leaves the Five Pebbles supercomputer, they need to sneak past the gargantuan Daddy Longlegs. These oversized relatives of the brother Longlegs can hear the slugcat's footsteps, emitting blue rings of particles when a noise is detected. There are hidden lore details that suggest Five Pebbles is actually the one who created the Longlegs, one of many horribly failed attempts to fix a decaying world.
Good job, buddy. You did your best. The Five Pebbles. Let's give it a hand. Yeah.
Behind the scenes of the Longlegs AI, each tentacle
Oh, gosh.
procedurally searches for surfaces to latch onto, creating an unsettling yet strikingly natural pattern of movement. Continuing along the underside, the slugcat bumps into the bizarre grappling worms. These small tubular creatures suspend themselves from walls on sticky pink appendages, a trait the slugcat can take advantage of. By grabbing onto a worm, the slugcat can use them like a living grappling hook to swing to new areas.
New
To make their
item.
way to the place of ascension, the slugcat must climb a massive exterior surface known simply as the Wall, and this region has perils of its own. Pole plants are cleverly hidden predators with
These were here in the first cycle or the first story. I might just be calling them cycles from here on, but yeah, these honestly aren't too like well hidden. They like kind of like have like a little redness to it, but you know.
which, at a glance, look like any other pole to be climbed on.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes I get confused, but most of the time I could just avoid them.
Get too close, and the plant-like carnivore will spring to life, flaring out its red leaves and dragging the slugcat into its den to be devoured. Continuing to climb, the slugcat is ambushed by a skilled predator known as the Dropwig, which drags them back to their lair. These insects resemble large earwigs, and are experts at catching prey. After finding a good
Lovely. Lovely. I'm going to have an ambush predator on my. Actually, when haven't I? When haven't I in that? Okay.
Hiding spot on the ceiling, the dropwig will place bait-like spears beneath their perch to lure prey into an ambush. This behavior is an intriguing display of intelligence and ambush. Dropwig will place bait-like spears beneath their perch to lure prey into an ambush. This behavior is an intriguing display of intelligence and makes the dropwig a cunning adversary.
Oh, so they make them believe there's a chance, but then they just attack you. Okay. Also, spears are very useful. No wonder. Yeah, like I've been getting those like so many times. I guess they're going to be a little bit more of a danger signal.
At last, you reach the top of the wall. Above the rain clouds for the first time in the game, it's a rare, peaceful moment. Elsewhere atop the wall, the player's slugcat encounters a spiritual.
Yeah, we're not going to be eating some bats with this one.
Remnant of an ancient known as an echo, which tells you the transcendence you're looking for is close at hand. The echo says your struggles can all fade like a morning mist beneath the glory of the sun. By this point in the game, the player has faced so many dangers that it almost feels like the echo is speaking directly to you.
But actually, it is not.
The gods will bless us. Won't they?
Is it subliminal messaging right here? Like this? Okay, I can skip it. Okay.
To reach your destination, you must first brave the dizzying heights of the Sky Islands. Flying centipedes called centowings twist about in the atmosphere, undaunted by the formidable altitude. Peculiar insects in the atmosphere, undaunted by the formidable altitude. Peculiar insects called noodleflies also buzz about in this region.
Again, first cycle, I've seen those. Those are harm, at least for when I've encountered them. They have been harmless, but there's some other ones.
Though typically neutral, when
Yep,
threatened,
there it
they
is.
extend a retractable needle-like tip from their proboscis.
Well, okay, I haven't gotten them to. I think they have only been like juveniles. Then there have been larger ones that are more threatening.
In attempt to spear the slugcat.
This
clean
one still
through.
seems
With
very tough.
needleflies around, it is wise to move quickly. The Sky Islands lead to the expansive farm arrays, the second to last ecosystem before the end. This biosphere is dominated by wormgrass, hostile plant-like creatures that attempt to latch on and consume the slugcat when it passes.
Why are you spoiling the game for yourself? Also, there is only 3 dropwigs in the entire Survivor campaign. They are super rare. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I don't like. I'm going to do it more of like a casual game, and from what I've heard, he does spoil stuff, of course, but like, it's hopefully not going to be as rough. I mean, I could stop the reaction if you don't want it, but like, for now, I just want to like I already watched this before, so. Besides, like, right now, like, there's only like two or three viewers right now, so like, I wanted to like have the main gameplay be the part of it. I'm not good at it. I'm probably going to struggle a lot, but it's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. Yeah. But I'll sorry for any spoilers here. I just wanted to like give contribution to this whole game and how I got into it.
By. The best way to cross large fields of wormgrass is to hitch a ride on a reindeer. These towering life forms are the tallest land animals on Rainworld and are able to step through the carnivorous. The tallest land hitch a ride is by.
Wait, okay.
The best way to cross large fields of wormgrass is to hitch a ride on a reindeer. These towering life
Huh.
forms are the tallest land animals on Rainworld and are able to step through the carnivorous fields thanks to their long, powerful legs. Since reindeer are one of the few truly peaceful species you can encounter, there's something soothing about their presence.
It is actually kind of nice. Like, this is a nice one, but yeah, still, I know it's going to take a while for me to see those. Especially that I haven't really seen too many like open areas so far during at least my playthrough. So yeah,
At last, the player's slugcat reaches the dim, dilapidated train tunnels of the subterranean ecosystem.
and suddenly he becomes bioluminescent. Oh,
Final stop on this great journey. The region seems grim at first, but eventually the air begins to glow with a mysterious gold.
farm arrays. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Again, like I forcibly did not. Oh gosh, wait. Let me go back. Let me see what we're talking about. Sorry.
At last, the player's slugcat reaches the dim, dilapidated train tunnels of the subterranean ecosystem. The final stop on this great journey. The region seems grim at first, but eventually the air begins to glow with a mysterious golden shimmer, and the shapes of ethereal sea life glimmer in the dark. Some of these environments are truly spectacular and surreal, with the game's
Yeah, this is if I think they removed the whole pixel art thing here. But yeah. This is end game spoilers right now. I don't recommend watching the rest. Okay then. All right. We'll end the thing right here then. But yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I thought it was Dead Claw. Thank you, Dead Claw. All right. I'll stop I'll stop watching the end game stuff. We're going to get right into it, and yeah. So yeah, I've been having like about a total of 15 hours of gameplay. And again, I've only seen like only the 2 parts, and yeah. Also, yeah, again, if you want to watch, I guess like everyone else, if you want to watch the rest, the link is in the description for the whole thing. But yes, I'll stop spoiling it for everyone.